Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Harpreet and today we are going to move on to the second part of our video on which I'll be telling you how to write the body paragraphs effectively. I hope you must have seen the first part in which question number 1 was covered. So, right here in this video we are going to cover question number 2 so that if you have any doubts regarding how to write the body paragraph, you can practice this question as well and can clarify all your doubts. So what to wait for? Let's get started. Now, let me tell you what question am I talking about. The question is, in some countries, a few people earn extremely high salaries. Some people think that this is a good for a country, while others believe that the government should control salaries and limit the amount people can earn. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Now, students, the question is about discussing both views and giving the opinion. So, as opinion has specifically been asked in the question, I will have to make a separate paragraph for the opinion. In the first body paragraph, I will have to talk about the people who believe that if people earn extremely high salaries, so this is good for the country. Whereas in second body paragraph, I'll have to talk about the people that government must control the salaries of the people. The third body paragraph will consist of the opinion. My opinion, what do I think? Because opinion has specifically been asked, so I will have to create a separate paragraph for it. Alright? I hope you have seen the previous video because in the previous video I have clearly explained in detail that how to write a body paragraph. So you must watch that video to understand everything about it. Okay? So now I'm going to tell you in a gist that if you have to start off any body paragraph, there should always be a connector first of all, a connecting line, a transitional phrase or anything of that sort that will tell that what type of paragraph is it, whether are you going to agree with the above view or disagree, or you're starting with any new view. Alright, so a connector is a must before starting with any paragraph. Then a topic sentence has to come. Topic sentence is the descriptive sentence. It creates a title for your paragraph, that which point are you going to talk about. After that, you need to explain that very point by giving the reasons as in why or how that point you have written and that point justifies the question. After this, you need to exemplify the point. You need to give the examples. After giving the example, you have to then tell the reason, the conclusion, the consequence of that point. So it is a concluding line that binds that paragraph together. So let's get started with the very first paragraph, and it starts like this. To begin with, the prime source of a country's wealth is taxes. Now, when I have told that prime source is taxes, it means that I will be talking about taxes. Explanation for that now. The government runs its operations and development activities from the money collected through these taxes. Therefore, again a connector, individuals having handsome salaries can contribute largely towards the tariffs. That means the taxes. So now, synonym for the taxes. So it is profitable for a nation to have such people. See, I have used two lines to explain my point. First, I have said that government needs to run its operations and development activities, and that money comes from the taxes that people pay. So the individuals who have good salaries, who earn handsomely, obviously they only will be able to give higher taxes, right? Now is the turn for example, and it goes like this. For instance, as per a report of the US government in June 2018, now a report is there of the US government in June 2018. Three things you need to notice here. It's a factual example. As per a report of the US government in June 2018, New York City counts for 20% of the whole nation's taxes, where 10% of the state's affluents reside. Okay, so this is the example. I hope you have understood it, that what is the importance of giving taxes here, that New York City is able to collect its taxes from the 10% of the affluents that reside in that area. Okay, now is the turn for result. Have a look clearly. Thereby helping the state to grow economically. So the state is growing economically because of the taxes that are paid by the high income earning people. Alright, so this point has been clear that why a nation should let people earn higher salaries and how it is good for that country or for that state. Now we need to move on to the opposite point. Let's have a look. On the flip side, so I have used this connector on the flip side. The examiner will clearly understand that now I am going to move on to the other point of view. On the flip side, sometimes economic imbalance arises in a country when wealth is accumulated among a section of denizens. I hope it's clear to you that how important is it to give a descriptive sentence clearly, because by writing a clear descriptive sentence like I have written here, that it will create an economic imbalance when wealth is accumulated among a number of denizens. So this point is making my point clear that I'll be talking about the imbalance in the society, the imbalance in the economy only. Alright, so let's have a look how this is going to create a problem. Consequently, chaotic situations can emerge which can further be jeopardizing for the society. Okay. To quote an example, now example is there. In 1990, the civil war in Sudan broke out when local black tribes looted the houses of white businessmen and made them run away. So see how the situations can be chaotic, how they can be problematic for the state if very few people are earning good. So the point will be clear if you are going to write a result sentence as well. It goes like this. So the government must keep an eye on the people's income to avoid such grave situations. Grave means the problematic situations, the situations which are very serious that need to be addressed at the earliest. Okay, so what I have done, I have provided a descriptive sentence, then I have provided the explanation, then an example to further bind my point, and then afterwards a result or a consequence of that very paragraph. You have to write all the body paragraphs like this. It's very, very important because this is the way you will be able to create a clear idea of your points. Explanation to the points is very important. It's highly crucial because it's no use that you are giving 10 points, 3 points, 5 points, but you are not explaining those. Whatever you are writing, whatever point you have given, it should always have a relevant explanation. Alright. Now, this thing is clear to you. Understand that how to write the opinion paragraph. The opinion paragraph is always body paragraph number 3 after you have already explained your other paragraphs. Okay. Now, it is going to be starting like this. The connector that I have used for it is in my opinion. In my opinion, the wages of employees should not be limited because it is the outcome of their sheer hard work. So I believe that the wages should not be limited because obviously the people who are working hard, they have the right to earn more. Why not? This will not only deter intellectuals from leaving the nation, but also encourage them to keep their morale high and achieve new heights of success. Everybody wants to earn more. And if you are limiting the salaries of people, how will they get encouraged? How will they be motivated to work harder and achieve newer heights? For all these things, we have to give the people the salaries they deserve. And this is also going to affect positively towards the country only. Because I believe that it is going to control brain drain. When people who actually deserve, they are getting what they deserve, why will they leave the country? So brain drain problem will also be solved. This is what I feel. This is what I have given. So the body paragraph 1, 2 and 3 all are done. After that, it's just that you have to give the conclusion, and conclusion is nothing more than the summary of all these paragraphs. So what is the title? What is the main thing that was discussed in all these points? You will be writing in the conclusion. I'll be coming up with a new video with the conclusion, don't worry. But before that, don't forget to have a look at question number 3 also, and that is going to come in part 3. Alright, so till then, if you have liked this video, if you have understood everything, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel by pressing the bell icon as well. Share it with your friends also, and see you by then. Signing off, Harpreet.